Hi, I'm Nakia. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a table family in Revit with tapered legs. First thing you want to do is go to New Families and then open that up. And then you want to go to Furniture Template. Let's see, right there. And as you can see, there are reference planes already in the template to help you set up your drawing. So we're just going to go to reference lines and then draw out the table. And these are used just to help you draw out the table, just to guide you. All right. And then I want to add dimensions. I like to snap to the center line so that whenever I adjust the length and width parameters, it moves equal distance in both directions. Okay. And then you want to set these, I'm going to move this dimension to 36. Well, actually, I'll move this first. I want it to have a length of 36 inches. So I'm going to go 18 and then just click on the line you want to move. Go 18 here. And then click on the dimensions and make them equal by clicking on EQ. There. And then repeat for the width. I want the width to be 24 inches, so I'll do 12 inches and 12 inches, and then also set this to equal. Okay, so we're in the reference plane view right now, so we want to go to the front view and then set up the front side. So this will have the height and the thickness of the tabletop. So we'll go to create, reference lines. Okay, and then I'll do offset. I'll do 1 1/4 inch top, and then offset this line. Okay, now we're going to add dimensions. This will be for the height, and this will be for the thickness of the top. Okay, I want the height to be maybe 2 feet. So then I'll have to move this, type this back in. There we go. Okay. So now I want to set up parameters for moving the table. So we're going to set this as a height parameter. You just go to click on the dimension, go up to label, and click on this icon right here. And then I'm going to type in height. And then you want to make sure this is set to length and dimensions. And then everything else is good. Just hit OK. And then for the thickness, I want to go in here and then just type in thickness, not thickness. Thickness. There we go. And hit OK. And then we'll do the same thing and the reference level. So click over here, click on the dimension, click on the icon, and we're going to type in length and hit OK. And then for this will be the width, or it could be depth, whatever you choose, and hit OK. All right, and then next we want to go ahead and make the extrusion. So we'll go to create to make the tabletop, and we'll go to extrusion, and then if you hold the mouse on it, you can see that it shows you how this command works. Okay, so we'll click on that and then select the rectangle, and then we'll just use the lines to make the top. And be sure to lock these so that when we make adjustments to the parameter, like the length and the width, it'll move, the top will move with the reference lines. And I want the corners to have a radius. So I'm gonna go to fillet arc, and then make sure you check radius, and then I want it to have a 1 inch radius. So just click on the lines that you want to create the radius, and be sure to lock the radius as well. Lock. Just do that the whole way around. All right, and then you want to click finish and check. Okay, so let's check it on the front view. So it's not in the right spot, so we're just going to click on the arrow and drag it to the right spot and then lock it. So this will go to the top and this will go to the bottom. And there we have our top. Okay, so now we want to go back to reference level and prepare to make the legs. We're going to go to offset, and we're just going to offset these reference lines. So I want to have an offset of 1 inch, and this is for the leg setback. So it just makes it easier to draw the legs out with the lines, and it makes sure everything moves together. And then change this to 2 inch, and then do the same thing. But you want to offset from the line you just made. Okay. And now we're going to do a 1/2 inch for the smaller tapered part of the leg, because it's going to go from big to small, from the top to the bottom. And just repeat the process. We're offsetting the lines that we just created to the inside. In my original video, I forgot to add parameters for the setback to keep the legs in place, and then a parameter for the actual leg length and width. So go ahead and add that in. We could get started on adding the legs. So the last one we use extrusion. This time we want to use blend, because it's going to taper down, and that's how you make it. So we're going to go to square again, and then we're going to start with the smaller square. There we go. And be sure to lock this as well. And then go to edit top, and now we're going to draw the top part. And then lock that into place. All right, and then hit check mark. Now let's take a look. And there's one leg so far. Then you want to bring this up because it's not in the right spot, and then snap it so that if we change the height, the leg will move with it. So go back to reference line, and then reference level, and then repeat what you just did. So go to create, extrusion, check mark. All right, and there we have our top. So let's look at it in 3D view. Just go up to this house and click on it. All right, that's a pretty good looking table. But I don't like the reference lines and dimensions showing. So I'm going to type in VV to bring up the visibility graphics window, and then go to annotation categories. We're gonna uncheck this, hit apply, okay, and there's our table. So let's set it to realistic. All right. One more thing, I want to show you how to change the parameters. All right, so to change the parameters, just go up to here to family types, and then we're gonna test out to make sure everything's working okay. So let's change the height to 1 foot, apply, and that works. Let's change the length to 6 foot, and that works. Thickness, let's do 3 inches, and apply, and that works. And then the width, let's go with 3 feet for the width. It works, but something's wrong with the legs. Oh, I think I forgot to snap the legs. So this is an example of what happens when you don't lock everything into place the right way. It moves around. So I'm just gonna undo that. And then this is our table. So in my next video, I'm gonna show you how to apply a material to this. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe.